What's going on, Bulls Nation? Welcome in to CHGO Bulls Postgame, coming to you live from our studios here in the West Loop, downtown Chicago. I'm Peck. You can follow me on Twitter at Bulls_Peck, joined by my guys, Big Dave, BAW, BAWL Sports. Our pal and producer, Joey Spathis. See us at Joey Spathis.
Spath!
Will the Go Gottlieb will join us live from the United Center later on in tonight's postgame, breaking down the Bulls' win over the, I feel sorry for them, Memphis Grizzlies. 125-96 is the final. The Bulls coast in a game against a team.
Bulls win!
Missing lots of its guys.
Bulls win! One for Matt's brother. Bulls win! And one for yourself. Bulls win! See, I didn't need a lot of them tonight, you know. Just like you said.
Taking care of business.
The hapless
Yes.
Memphis Grizzlies. So, yeah.
I mean, the Grizzlies could have used Derrick Rose dressed in a jersey instead of street clothes tonight.
Listen, man.
They could have used Grizzlies legend Joakim Noah, who was in the building, in a jersey instead of street clothes tonight. I mean, you had Jaren Jackson Jr. and Luke Kennard out there as part of your starting five. The rest of that Grizzlies team.
Who are you?
Yeah. So, but you know what? Like, I guess if you're going to give the Bulls credit for something tonight, and we could talk about the strong game that was had by many individual Bulls tonight, credit them for having this be the final score.
Sure.
Of a game where this should be the final score if you're a team that's trying to take itself seriously as being a real team in this league. An opponent that shorthanded, this should be the result.
Yeah, it's that simple. This is what it should look like when you're playing a team like that. And for me, it doesn't matter when it comes, just as long as it comes. And because the Bulls, I believe, you know, they had reached a point where the game was tied at 55.
Yeah.
In their third
really
quarter.
Ugly start to the third.
And then the Bulls just finally realized that, wait a minute, I don't know anybody on their team. We should be whooping their ass right now. And a quick 9-0 run, which turned into a 15-0 run for the Bulls, and they just never looked back after that.
No. Luke Lorio in the comments, shout out everybody hanging out with us live on YouTube, said, is this actually the Chicago Bulls? I swear we had more dunks in this game than the whole season. Yeah. I think I even saw Peck dunk the ball. Yeah. I need to see this more. We saw all kinds of wonderful dunks.
Yes,
Coby White had an awesome coast-to-coast dunk.
Awesome.
Just, you know, like the seas parted.
Yes.
Caruso made a great defensive play and then got the ball right back from Drummond.
Sure did.
Led the break the other way.
Yep.
No one picked him up. Caruso down the lane for a giant slam.
Sure did.
I mean, it was like fast break Bulls knocking down your threes. The Bulls shot 51% from the field and 42% from three. And the Grizzlies were just, bless their hearts, just chucking up bricks all night.
I mean, just all night long, brick chucking. And they came out with a plan to be brick chucking.
Yeah.
I saw the stat that said they were the first team in the league. I don't know if it's NBA history, but they were the first team to start a game. I'm going to say this season. They were the first team to start a game, first 3 games, 9 straight three-point shots.
Like on consecutive possessions
to start a game.
Wow.
For 3 straight games, 9 straight three-point shots.
It's a bold strategy, God.
Damn. Like they just came out and they just said, you know what, we're shooting. Period, point blank. We are shooting, and that's it. We're getting thumbs up from Matt's brother over there. That's a pick over there. Shout out.
Jordan Love got picked off?
Jordan Love got picked off.
Come on, baby.
Yes.
Let's go.
All right.
We are a little cranky, but, I mean, we are here for you, Bulls Nation. But there is a Packers-Niners playoff game going on right now.
Yeah.
That was on the side TV.
Correct.
Fuck the Packers.
Yeah, fuck the Packers.
Get it done, Niners.
Yes. But yeah, man, like they that's it.
Yeah.
It was Operation Shoot a Lot.
Right.
And it was like, we're going to live or we're going to die by this.
And they died.
They died.
Because they shot just 31% on 42 attempts from behind the arc.
There it is.
Not a great math equation for Memphis tonight. And it was nice that in a night like tonight, I know you were still a little salty about how long Billy left his starters out there when the Bulls clearly had this one in their pocket. Kobe was out there. Pat was out there. Like,
it just doesn't make sense how he does it.
There was like 3.5 left, and there was a timeout, and then he sent Kobe back out there after that timeout. And you're like, what? Why?
And then immediately brought people off the bench as soon as the play started, after the timeout, and then said, "Okay, guys, come on to the scores table." I don't get.
Yeah,
I don't get that, and I never will. It's ridiculous to me. It's really silly.
I mean,
I don't even need reasoning from people as to why he does it.
Yeah,
because it doesn't make sense. I don't understand.
And on like a night when you're winning so handily against a very tough spot opponent, one of the other things you want to look at as a win of sorts is getting some rest for your key guys.
That's it.
And especially when you're talking about Coby White, DeMar DeRozan, and to a lesser extent Vooch, who are among the league leaders in minutes played this season.
Yeah.
They are playing heavy minutes. You often see Kobe and DeMar playing north of 40 minutes. Billy's doing some Tibbs shit out there this season.
Tibbing it up.
So, yes, okay, DeMar played 37. Kobe played 36. That's not 40, but it's still like, would have loved it if they only had to play 31 or 32 tonight. It's not a back-to-back, so you're not necessarily worried about it in that regard.
Sure.
But, I mean, the rest of your starters, Pat played 27, Vooch 25, and Caruso 25. Did you need Kobe and DeMar out there for 37 minutes?
Can you take a guess as to who scored 20 points for the Chicago Bulls tonight? Because it wasn't the guys who played those heavy minutes. It was Ayo Dosunmu.
Leading scorer. Off the bench.
That's who your leading scorer was. Because it was I'm only saying this because it was the Memphis Grizzlies.
Yeah.
And the game felt like it was salted away and well at hand. Even you laughed when Stacey when I believe it was that either three or that dunk by Drummond, and he was like, "Well, that's the game right there."
Said that'll about do it. I was like, dude, we've been up by somewhere between 20 and 30 for the entire fourth quarter.
Like, no, bro, this game was a wrap, for a minute, which is honestly a really good feeling because I haven't, it's been few and far between as a Bulls fan rooting for wins to get these kind of wins. Mm-hmm. Those wins where you're like, yeah, we should just destroy this team. And you come out and you do it. And you actually destroy the team. And then you're like, let's just do the show. You know what I mean? Like, I love these kind of wins, and they're few and far between. So it's good to have this happen, man. But yes, like, Ayo scoring 20, like, other guys just got 18, and other guys got 14.
The Bulls had 8 in double figures. 4 of their 5 starters included. Caruso, the other starter, had 8. But Pat, 15. DeMar, 18. Vooch, a nice 11 and 11. Kobe, 17 with 5 dimes. And then you had Drummond, Carter, and Dosunmu all in double figures off the bench. That's just nice, balanced basketball.
That's it.
Not asking too much of any one guy. Let's all get our buckets because the Grizzlies are easy to score on tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out seeing Scottie Pippen's son out there on the floor.
Pip Jr. just recently added to the Grizzlies on a 2-way.
Correct. That was cool seeing him, getting some playing time tonight. And again, he got that early. He was in that game early, man. But yeah, like I like these kind of wins. A lot of highlights for the Chicago Bulls, when you have these kind of blowout wins. Just a fun game for them, a game where you can allow mistakes by a lot of players. You know what I mean? Even Dalen Terry air balls. Well, and we got to start getting a counter on that, Joe.
Yes, we do.
Counter on my main man, Dalen Terry.
We need a Dalen Terry 3-point attempt air ball counter.
Yeah.
And let's start it at 7 because I think that's how many we've seen.
Yeah, it's been a few. And again, I love the confidence because the next time he got an open 3.
And he drilled that deep one.
Drilled it. Matter of fact, stepped back and shot that joint and cash. Like, this is why I love him, man. Like, that's what I want him to develop so bad and it looks like he's developing it, is the idea of who cares.
Right.
Like, just fine, on to the next one. Shoot it again. Shoot 15 air balls. Dog.
Sure.
Like, got to keep going. And again, these are the teams you do it against.
Right.
This is where you can learn and give him a little more rope.
Right. And speaking of a little more rope, to his credit, Dalen also 4 of 6 at the free throw line tonight.
Yes, he got to the line.
Getting to the line.
Made some nice passes, too.
He did.
Nice passes, he's awesome in transition.
Yeah, Dalen was credited with 3 assists. And again, I mentioned that Coby had 5, DeMar had 8 times tonight. 32 team assists for the Bulls.
Wow.
And I think they reached that 30 mark in their win on Thursday as well. Nice to see some balance here. I don't think if anyone out there was thinking it, let's just clear the air, the Bulls winning this game this comfortably and shooting the ball this efficiently and having 32 team assists does not have to do with Zach LaVine not playing in this game.
It does not.
Let's just clear that right now.
Please know they were 5-2 when he came back. Please know that.
And Zach was putting a priority on setting up his teammates instead of scoring.
Yes, he was, man. So you saw his scoring numbers take a dip. Like there's a reason for that.
Massive dip.
There's a reason for that. So hopefully he gets well, he gets back on the floor and continues to, hopefully showcase his talents to the league. So they can never know, like, hey, I'm still valuable out here. But that's neither here nor there. I loved Coby White's game, Matt, and just what it's become now, because now it's reliable now. Mm-hmm. Now the shock I get is from him doing incredible shit.
Oh, my gosh.
It's not the shock of him being a good player.
Right.
It's the shock of him just doing really, really dope plays on the floor. That's a great feeling, because that's a DeMar DeRozan feeling.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
you used to call it, what did you used to call it with DeMar? The salve?
Salve, baby. Salve. Oh.
He just does something that looks so complex and impossible and makes it look easy.
Yes. And when you needed it. You know what I mean? Like, you had to have it to hold you over till the other guys kind of caught up. But, yeah, man, just that layup Coby had was just amazing, man. After the Caruso dunk, I'm saying, that layup he had after that Caruso dunk. You see the step backs he has. The getting to the rim, even in the first play of the game, or the first couple plays of the game, when he got to the rim and got that kick out over to Patrick Williams for that three-pointer on the baseline. Like, you see him just breaking down defenses and everybody collapsing on him and learning how to pass it out at the very last second to get it to somebody wide open, or at least to somebody who can make the extra pass and continue your offense flowing. Like, I really am just enjoying his evolution as a basketball player and watching his IQ grow in that way as well. Like, it's just fun to watch, man.
It is beautiful. And some of the ways, not just like when he's finishing above the rim with authority, like on that breakaway dunk tonight, which was awesome, but some of the new, and I think we touched on this recently, but his layup package is just getting all kinds of filthy, I love it. Especially like, and I've thrown it out there once or twice with the caveat that I'm not making a direct comparison.
Yeah.
But we also, in tonight's broadcast, because he was in the building, saw a few young D Rose highlights.
Sure.
And a couple of those insane Derrick Rose layups.
Yeah.
When he had his legs under him.
Yeah.
And those D Rose layups that just made you go, what? How? Wow.
Ooh.
Coby is starting to get some of those finishes at the rim. Not quite the same explosiveness of Derrick.
Sure.
And not quite the same acrobatics as far as his finishing.
Yes.
But this version of Coby finishing is closer to that what, how, wow version of young Derrick that we saw than we have seen from Coby in the past.
That's a great point, Matt. And I just love the fact that if the three-point shot isn't working, it doesn't hinder his game. He's like, fine, I'm going to the bucket.
Yeah.
Fine, I'm going to hit these step backs. Fine, I'm going to get these assists going. Fine, I'm going to play this defense a little tougher until it comes and until it shows up, because he's confident now that he knows it's going to show up.
Right.
So if he's confident in his layup, in his handle, in his passing, and in his shooting, then you're going to get the best version of that player, that Coby White player. You're going to get the best version of him with that kind of confidence, man. And then you can start having other fun conversations about where Coby can fit in as far as the NBA is concerned.
Right.
As far as awards are concerned and those kind of things. That's when you can start having those fun conversations. I still think he's one ridiculous game away from true national attention.
Yeah.
One game. Like, you know how DeMar will give you that 148, you know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
45-point, 50-point game. He'll give you that one ridiculous game. Kobe's that one ridiculous game, a 40-point, 15-assist game away, 6 rebounds, he's one of those games away from everybody being like, hey, man, y'all watching this Coby White kid? He's pretty good.
Well, and, to DeMar's credit, and, twice over All-Star as a Chicago Bull now, don't think it's going to happen this season. I think the most recent round of All-Star voting that came in from fans, he was in 10th.
Yes.
Among East guards. Which also, why is DeMar still categorized as a guard?
Yes.
Let's stop it.
That's so crazy.
Makes no sense.
Doesn't make any sense.
But DeMar would have those oh my God games. And then in between them, he was still putting up 35 a night, or at least 30 a night on 50% shooting on difficult middies. Like that, that gets you that attention.
It does.
Kobe has had some incredible stretches in this season. I see, you mentioned whether or not he's in those conversations and awards and things. David Hansen in the comments saying, should Kobe be an all-star? I mean, no, in my opinion, because an all-star is the first 2/3 of the season award. And Kobe had a really rough start to the season. He has been playing extremely well for the most part for the last 30 games. Mm-hmm. But the first 12 to 15 games still count. And he was on no one's radar. And he's not in the top 10 in voting. It's not just, it's 50% fans and then 25% players and coaches or media rather. Mm-hmm. But he's not even in the conversation on the national scale of who's voting for All-Stars.
Yeah, no, you're right. He's not, and I don't think he is. And it's not even that I feel it's because he played bad in those games. Because if he recovered with those games that I'm talking about, having just going crazy like that, then yeah, he would be talked about as an all-star. We've seen many all-stars or NBA players do that, like start slow, but then just pick it up and just go absolutely crazy.
Right.
And when I say absolutely crazy, I mean like 40 points, consistently like that. Because Kobe definitely went crazy and was having a great game. But it does lend credence to the idea of him being at All-Star Weekend in some kind of capacity. Whether you're at the skills competition, whether you're in the three-point competition. In some shape, form, or fashion, when you're playing like this, you find yourself being like, you know what? We should call that guy and get him in there. We should get him into the game, man. Let's find out a way to get young Alec Jacoby White into the All-Star weekend, because he's not ready to be an All-Star yet. And it's just because, like Matt said, he started slow, and when that consistency continues on, you'll see a breakout year for him. But he is playing way too well to be left out of All-Star weekend in some capacity.
I think that's fair. All right, let's take our first break there. We'll come back on the other side, get to more of y'all's thoughts and comments on tonight's game. Keep breaking it down. We will also still hear from Will the GOAT from the UC. Dave, you good on ad copy?
I'm good.
You good?
Let's run it.
Phone battery was low.
Still low.
But he's got it.
Oh, it's still low. But we're going to run through this, man. Because I got a question. In fact, I'm going to ask Joey Spencer. What time is it?
Game time up.
Yeah. You shouldn't worry. When you're buying tickets to your next big event, Game Time is the fast and easy way to buy tickets for all your sports, music, comedy, and theater events near you with killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and their best price guarantee. Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying those tickets. Game Time has deals on tickets right up to the start of the event and even an hour after it starts. It is not the place. No. It is the place to find last-minute seats, find exclusive flash deals, and sponsored deals on tickets for football, basketball, baseball, concerts, comedy, theater, and much, much more. And with zone deals, you pick the section, and Game Time does the selecting for an average savings of drumroll Matt Pack.
Bam.
18%. Game Time guarantee means you will always get the best price available. So take the guesswork out of buying those tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use that code CHGO for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem that code, CHGO. That will get you $20 off.
Woo.
Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Because Matt Peck, what time is it?
Game time who? Game time who? For the Niners. Let's go.
What happened? What I missed?
I think my
They
bro
forced
just
a
told me
punt.
Niners just forced a punt. They also did tack on a field goal. Packers lead 21-17 early fourth quarter.
All right.
13:22 left.
Let's keep going.
Let's go, Niners. Speaking of let's go hit that thumb. Do it for Joseph. He wants your thumbs ups.
He wants them so bad.
Wants the likes.
He's got to have them.
Shout out to Ant, who was also asking for some likes in the comments. Appreciate you. Tonight's CHGO Bulls postgame also brought to you by our friends at Empire Today. Floors. No matter what. With Empire Today, you get shop at home convenience, the right product for your needs, quick and professional installation, and a low price guarantee. Empire is the best place to get new flooring. We all know this.
Yep.
I know this. Dave knows this. Joey knows this. My brother Dave knows this.
Yeah.
Y'all know this. So, of course, they have copycats. Really, all their copycats can do is offer basement pricing on crap floors.
Yes.
That's all they do.
Yeah.
They can't beat Empire on quality. They can't beat them on service. They can't beat them on speed.
Nope.
So that's all they do. Here's some low prices for crap flooring. It's stuff that Empire doesn't even bother to carry in their inventory of selections because it's such bad flooring that they wouldn't put it in their homes. They're not going to make you put it in yours. Nope. That's not what they do. Good flooring. Great flooring. Not crap flooring.
No.
They also have that wonderful virtual floor designer, a very useful tool to see how new floors look in any space in your home. Very easy to do. Just snap a picture, and then you can swipe through a bunch of different flooring options and see what it would look like in your home with the lighting, with the decor, all that good stuff to help you make an informed decision. They also service their own warranties. If an issue does arise, just call Empire. They will service all warranties themselves. No tracking down manufacturers' phone numbers or any third parties. Schedule a free in-home estimate today. All listeners can receive a $350 discount. That's right, $350. Chunk of change. When they use promo code CHGO. Restrictions apply. See EmpireToday.com/CHGO for details. 588-2300 Dave.
Empire
Today. We got a two Dave harmony there.
Hey,
that
Joey,
was awesome.
Can I get mine? Is that all right?
What?
Can I stand alone? Is that cool?
That wasn't me. That wasn't me.
Did you think that was him singing?
No, I know it wasn't him.
Oh.
I was messing with Joe. He was really. Hold on, it wasn't. It's all right. It's all right.
You really do love messing with Joey.
I do. It's fun. It brings me joy.
It was a nice surround sound, though. I enjoyed that.
It was. I did enjoy that. You know, it'd be funny. Like I want to get to the point where we can like bring a choir in. Just have a choir in the background with
Sports talk and lyric opera level singing. Why not?
Why not? Hey, Julia.
What's up, Julia? So Bulls get this win. They are now 21-23. Dave.
Yes.
Don't look now. But the Bulls are only 2 games under 500.
Yeah.
They do have some tough stuff ahead on the schedule.
Yeah.
Going back on the road.
Yeah.
They got Phoenix on Monday.
Ooh.
They have finally started to string some wins together and
Figuring
play
it
better.
out, man. That's tough.
They are playing the Lake Show, I believe, who are a hilarious disappointment. So maybe that game is not as tough as we would originally think. And then you like after the Lakers on that road trip, you got the Blazers. Like,
Yeah.
that's a winnable game when you're talking road wins that are hard to come by.
Yeah.
Suns, Lakers, Blazers. It's conceivable that the Bulls can go on this 3-game road trip,
It's conceivable.
get 2 of those 3,
Oh my God.
and come back home a 500 basketball team.
Oh my God.
As we are getting ever so closer to that trade deadline.
Yes.
Where AK will say continuity. Oh God.
We'll see what happens, man. We'll see what.
The amount of inner torment that's going on inside me right now.
Yeah, I've noticed.
It's just, oh Lord.
I'm over here chilling. You should come on over here. You know what it's like? Have you ever seen 22 Jump Street?
Was that the Jonah Hill and what's
Yes.
his name one?
Yeah, Channing Tatum.
No.
Okay, there's a scene in there where where both of them take the same drug and just have different reactions.
Just have different experiences.
Yes. And Channing Tatum's is like the best, and he's in a cloud. He's listening to great music and going. And Jonah Hill's is like dark, and Creed is playing. And it's just the worst trip ever, dog.
Well,
like yes,
I mean that's his mistake if he ate some drugs and then put on Creed.
No, he didn't put. I'm just saying that was just a part of his trip.
What was
That's
going
like
on.
that's how they represent.
Correct.
I see.
Correct. Absolutely.
Did you just compare you and me to that?
No, just that, how you feel, like the inner torment of you right now.
Okay.
And I'm over here,
Yeah,
joy.
but see, it's only the Bulls who do that to me.
Fair.
I mean, don't do drugs, kids, but most of my trips, all of my trips have been fun.
That's true. That's your next movie, by the way, 21 Jump Street. Yeah, 21 Jump Street, man.
Okay.
That's your next one.
I'll put it on the list. Shout out to Flipside in the comments, one of our regulars. What's up, buddy? Saying shout out to Big Dave with the Nike Lunar Force duck boots.
Shout out.
And he does. Those are just phenomenal.
I do get complimented on these a lot.
They also look really comfy.
Incredibly comfy.
Yeah.
Good for snow and ice. Incredibly warm. And, a little stylish, too, on top of that. So, it's what I try to be. It's rugged, but chill.
Rugged but chill?
And cool. And nice looking.
I mean, very nice. People are already tossing out Goon of the Night nominees. In the
I love
comments.
it. I love it.
We will get to Goon of the Night because
Henjo
it
nominated
is a
himself.
win. we got Henjo nominating yourself?
Yeah, look at he said you spelled Henjo wrong for Goon of the Night.
I've already claimed it. Let me. You know what? This is your problem, Dave.
Yeah.
Because you gave it to me the other night, so now it's like, well, then anyone can win.
Well, see, Matt, no, I will throw it back at you because you tried to give it to the fans. So let's see what they took it and probably created it, sir.
Yeah, but you didn't let me.
Yeah, you're right.
You said no.
You got that right. It's yours. You are on the list. I want to know why Henjo thinks he should be Goon of the Night. This is my question. Why do you feel? Tell us why you feel.
The only argument I saw
is
is that Joakim has already won it before.
That's not a good
because
argument.
someone was arguing for Joakim winning Goon of the Night just because he was there, hanging out in the building tonight, always, getting love.
Always getting love. Sure.
Easyland saying Neil Funk's got a solid case, but isn't it's Stacy for that.
They were showing Neil Funk old high school clips
young
and
prep school Neil Funk.
Yes.
Young man.
He still looked like he
that
had
Neil Funk was that young once.
He still looked like he had a whole job.
Oh, yeah.
Like, even at 16, he still like, hey, they a whole job.
Speaking of tonight's actual game, I know, the Bulls cruised over a, absolutely depleted team.
Sure.
Not a whole lot to break down. I was curious what you thought, though, about Billy's decision with Zach LaVine once again leaving with that ankle sprain, going with Patrick Williams back in the starting lineup. We've seen Billy flirt with a few different ideas throughout the season.
Yeah.
Obviously, Caruso has become a mainstay, but we saw Pat go into that starting lineup as opposed to, say, Io tonight. Did you like that call?
I didn't hate it. I thought it was a solid move to make. It was room for it. So I guess that's why he put it out there. He clearly enjoys Caruso in the starting lineup.
Yes.
He enjoys that.
That's just a thing that's going to be here forever now.
Yeah, so I'm not going to fight it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just what it is. So when Zach's back, Caruso will still be in that lineup. So it's just what it is. But, yes, when there's room for Patrick to be out there and, to have the opportunity to start, yeah, fine. Give him an opportunity to start. He still was hesitant on some of these shots. He hit some, too, but he was just hesitant on them. I do like the block that he had.
It's a great block.
That was an incredible block that he had right there. So I appreciated that, but I didn't know. I didn't have an issue with it because, again, these are the kind of teams you play where you can, like I said, give your players a little more rope.
Yeah, hopefully build a little bit of confidence. Pat had an okay game, 15-5. I think he did end up being the only Bull starter that ended up on the minus side of plus minus. I think it's because Billy gave him a quick hook in that first quarter.
Yeah.
When things were still a little bit tighter. I believe I heard a jingle, Mr. Joseph. I believe I know what that means it's time for.
Jingle Joseph?
Jingle, jangle, Joseph.
That's where he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Joining us on that Go Talk hotline, it's our guy, Willie Go Gottlieb, coming to us from the UC Live, where he was reporting from tonight's game. Follow him, Will_Gottlieb on Twitter. William, nice cakewalk of a game for the Bulls tonight against the shorthanded Grizzlies. What was your biggest takeaway in a game that was thankfully not that competitive.
Yeah, just taking care of business. I mean, again, they started the season so poorly that they can't afford to have any slip-up games against these kind of teams. The Grizzlies missing not just Ja Morant, who's been ruled out for the season, and Steven Adams and Brandon Clark, but also Desmond Bane, who has missed the last couple of games, was out. Marcus Smart will be out for a handful of weeks here, and this was just like a G League team, basically, and Jaren Jackson running around. And so it got a little tight there in the third quarter. I think they got off to the Grizzlies went on like a 10-1 run and made it a game, but then the Bulls took over, and that's exactly what they needed to do. And yeah, I think just everybody played well. They had 50, 40, 80 shooting splits. They had 32 assists, 7 guys in double figures, just a very well-rounded game. They were running, they were shooting threes, just well-executed game, and they took care of business, and that's what they needed to do.
With the Bulls right now being 2 games out of 500, I'm curious as to what the vibe is like in that locker room right now with this. Is it anything has changed, or is still kind of business as usual with them? Like how are they kind of feeling? Because they're close to something that, you know, I'm sure was a goal for them to get back, so they can, you know, probably say, okay, we can restart the season. We're back at 500. So how's the feeling like they have?
I think it's the same as usual. They kind of understand that basically what I said, like they just need to keep winning games. I don't think they ever get too high or too low, at least with the media in the room. Billy is always so even-keeled when he comes into these post-game pressers. If it was a terrible game, he has good explanations. If it was a great game, he talks about things they could have done better. They're just doing what they need to do. And yeah, I think they're obviously much happier than they were at the first 15 or so games of the year when things were really down and out. But, like Dalen Terry came over during Patrick Williams, was talking to the media, and he was like talking to him in like a high-pitched voice and making fun of him. Like they're joking around and stuff. They're happy. But I think they also understand, like, and Patrick said this too, like they feel confident with Zach. They feel confident without Zach, but they know they need to keep winning, and they're going to keep playing the way that they've been playing with or without one of their star players.
Will, it seemed like from a few tweets I saw, Billy did kind of give a little bit more intel on what's going on with Zach LaVine, who sprained his ankle on Thursday night, and suggested that he might even travel with the team on this 3-game road trip that starts Monday against Phoenix. We heard a report of he'll be out 1 week. We heard a different report saying 1 to 2 weeks. What can you tell us as far as what Bulls fans should expect with this absence of Zach LaVine, its duration, and your thoughts on how, if at all, this might affect the ongoing Zach LaVine trade talks?
Yeah, I don't think it's really going to affect the trade stuff, just because I kind of feel like, an ankle roll here is not really going to be that big of a difference. Like, to me, it's a much larger question of like his contract, and is he the player that you want to be paying that much money to? And that's something that I think teams are going to come to the conclusion, yes or no, regardless of being out for a week with a rolled ankle. I think he is expected to meet with the team on this road trip. I'm not sure exactly when, but it sounds like he will be traveling. And he was not at the game tonight. He was doing some treatment. I imagine he'll either be with the team at some point on this trip or another, but I don't think he'll be leaving necessarily tomorrow. That's just a guess. I think he's supposed to meet them a little bit later on. So we'll see about that. They said 1 to 2 weeks, and it seems like it's going to be closer to the 1 week range for this ankle.
Will, Joakim Noah was in the house tonight for the Bulls. He actually, got on the mic, talked in the third quarter. What was the vibe at the UC, knowing that he would be there? Did anybody get an opportunity to speak with him? Did he stop by a locker room or something like that? Like, what was the vibe tonight for Joakim Noah?
No, I didn't see him in the tunnels at all. I know he was here, and obviously he had, his big picture on the Jumbotron at some point in the first quarter. I guess he was at shoot-around for the Grizzlies this morning. Usually both teams do shoot-around at the same time. The Bulls will do it in the Advocate Center. The Grizzlies, or the away team, will do it on the United Center court. And so I think he went to the UC court to see Derek this morning, but did not see him at all during the game or in the tunnels. So I'm curious to just listen in and see what he said on the broadcast. But I think it's a nice thing to have him kind of popping in and out of games. Like, he's obviously very, ingrained with the community doing the One Basketball League. So I think he's back here a lot. But just a similar thing, I think, to the Ring of Honor obviously like on a much smaller scale, but like keeping these guys around, making sure they feel involved and being connected to the fans. Like people just absolutely love anytime he's on the screen, the Jumbotron, the broadcast, like people love it. So I think they want to see more of it.
Another really strong game from Io tonight, Will. Actually led the Bulls with 20 off the bench. Joey and my brother are high-fiving and chest bumping because apparently Packers missed field goal.
All right.
Okay. So the Niners take back over, still only down 21-17. That is huge.
What up, Tim Sinclair?
Anyway, thoughts on Io's game tonight, Will? I feel like he's put together a really strong stretch recently.
Yeah, 20 points on 7 of 10 shooting, 6 boards, 4 assists. He was plus 27, which I believe led the team. Just played some great defense as always. Had a couple of really nice finishes at the rim. It's crazy to think about how far he's come this year, just because, at the start of the year, we were all talking about Javon Carter, and obviously some of the smarter people in those two chairs were pushing back against the people who wanted Javon Carter to start that time, who will not be named. But it was likely that I was going to be out of the rotation altogether. And I don't think he played in the first couple of games, or if he did, it was limited minutes. But he's clearly ahead of Javon Carter now. He is a fixture of the rotation. He played 27 minutes tonight, but he's going to be really a key part of the rotation here. And he just looks so much more confident. I think he's understanding defenses a little bit more. His change of pace has been great. And when the shot's falling, he just looks really good. So I think the three-point shot is still going to be a really big indicator of his success, but everything else is there. And so, if you just have to get out there and guard him, he's going to be able to take advantage on those closeouts. He's going to be able to get to the rim and make a play for himself or somebody else. So I think Io's gotten a ton better. I think he's still got room to grow. Billy was talking about how he was here all summer, coming in 2 or 3 times a day, like just the work ethic that he has. I think he's primed to continue to, be really successful with this team.
All right, Will, we'll let you get to your writing, but before you go, you got to give us your goon of the night.
Correct.
This is going to be a weird one, but I'm going with Dalen Terry because Dalen Terry came in and missed a 3 badly. It was an air ball. And then next play, he comes back and hits a step-back 3 at the buzzer off the dribble. And the confidence that you have to have in order to come back from that for a guy who we all know is not a great shooter. But I like that he's going to keep going. He continues to play good defense. He continues to move the ball well. He's got great energy. He, at one point on the broadcast, I think I posted a video, just picked Coby up off the ground. I love Dalen's vibes.
Yeah, that's a solid choice. Dalen definitely did some hilarious goon shit tonight. Henjo in the comments said they should bottle and sell Dalen Terry's confidence. Will, thank you for joining us, man. Everybody out there in Bulls Nation, be sure you're following along with our guy, Will the GOAT, for all of his Bulls reporting and updates. Will_Gottlieb. Read good. Everything this man writes. Will, you can find his writing at allchgo.com. Buddy, have a good night. Get home safe, and we will talk to you on Monday when the Bulls are taking on Phoenix.
Take care, guys. Go Niners.
Go Niners! That's right. That's how you do goat talk.
Yes.
Let's knock out a couple more ads, and then we'll come back and we'll get to the goondage.
Yes. Let's get to it.
What else do we have on the docket tonight, Dave?
Well, Matt, I feel like I want to have a conversation with you.
I love having conversations with you.
It is fun.
I feel like we've basically just done that for 5 years now.
Yeah, true. But there is a recent conversation now. I know you and I are just excited to have.
A specific conversation.
Specifically.
Hit me.
Oh, ComEd.
I love ComEd.
Oh, I know why. Because
them.
It's getting easier for businesses to switch to electric vehicles. That's something we can get behind, Matt. All of us. For the health of the planet and for the well-being of all of us who share it.
You're so right, Dave. The electric grid is evolving to meet your cleaner energy needs as we all move with confidence towards an electric tomorrow. Hello. Whether you have one delivery van or, like George Sr., a whole fleet of shipping trucks, ComEd can help guide you to make the changes that make sense.
So, man, what is it that business owners should do?
This is such a good conversation, Dave. Let me tell you.
Please.
Go to ComEd.com/clean to learn more about the resources, fleet rebates, and infrastructure incentives available to help businesses go electric. If you own a business, one, Good for you.
Shout out.
That's cool as hell. 2, don't wait. Start making your plan today to switch to electric vehicles. Good for business, good for the planet, good for all of us. Go to comment.com/clean.
Did you say comment.com/clean?
Yes, I did, Dave. Go now and see how going electric connects us to a better way of doing business and a better future for generations to come.
You know what? When you're out there saving all that money on comment, you should be getting your body right as well. So as long as you get your pockets right, get your body right, and your mind right, and your brain too, and you do that at the Midtown Athletic Club. Four, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4 of them awesome locations. Palatine in the northwest suburbs, Bannockburn in the North Shore, Willowbrook in the southwest suburbs, and the Midtown Athletic Club and Hotel in the middle of Bucktown and Lincoln Park, as Carm calls it, the crown jewel of Bucktown and Lincoln Park.
Jewel.
That's what he called it.
Wow.
It is Matt Peck's sister approved and also Bragg's family approved.
And Dave Peck's sister approved.
Dave Peck's sister approved? Oh, because he is here.
Because
this is true.
My sister is his
Yeah,
sister.
this is true.
Yeah.
This is a thing. It's all right. He is absolutely correct.
Family math.
This is a family. It's a rare condition these days and age. Midtown Palatine has launched a multi-million-dollar transformation of the club also, guys, which will be complete early this year, just in time to continue with your resolutions. So just for that, Midtown is offering no initiation fees this January at their Bannockburn, Palatine, and Willowbrook locations, y'all. That's an awesome thing. Single people, families with kids, people looking to make lifestyle changes, holistic wellness. These are all the things that they service, all the people that they service, y'all. Over 100 classes per week included in your membership. And this ain't gym quality. No. This is boutique quality.
Boutique.
Got yoga, boxing, spinning, cycling, cross training, group exercises, high intensity interval training. They got it all, man. Seriously. And of course, Carmen Hogue approved tennis courts out there. They got pickleball, paddle tennis. They got the USTA professional quality all the way.
That's legit.
Super legit.
Super
legit. I am bilingual. Oh, it's a beautiful thing, y'all. This is the awesome thing. So, also, just want to drop this out there. The CHGO Bears and the Chicago Sports Podcast will be filming live from the Midtown Bannockburn on Thursday, the 25th. Live!
That's this coming Thursday.
It's coming up.
Hey-o.
You should be there, man. Guests of the show are complimentary that day, y'all. You heard what I just said?
Complimentary.
Guests of the show are complimentary that day.
Come on in.
So come on in and you will be comp. Come check out the space and catch the show. So head over to midtown.com/CHGO. That's midtown.com/CHGO and find out more. Answer toward the Midtown Athletic Club nearest you. Midtown Athletic Club. Sweat it out.
Sweat it out. I'm
Joseph.
sweating it out right now.
Beat the man! You gotta beat the man! Now! I'm the man.
Woo! All they do is floors, no matter what. That's right. Every time they step up in your building, all the quality goes up.
And it stays there. And it stays there.
Empire Today sponsors Goon of the Night, y'all. 588-2300 Peck.
Empire
Today, Goon of the Night. Oh, this is going to be interesting. So first and foremost, Joey, can you please show me what Hendo said as to why he should be Goon of the Night? Could you read that for us, please, sir? I'm very curious to see.
Hendo says, because I got off of work, finished homework earlier this week, and watched the entire game with my kids, I'm the biggest goon tonight.
Okay, that's a good point, but I'll tell you this. You can't get Goon of the Night for being a good dad. Shout out to you. You're doing your job.
You get a good dad award.
You did a good dad award,
right?
And you get one of these right here, sir. Congratulations for doing homework and watching the entire game with the children. That is an awesome thing to do. And shout out to you, but we're going to need some goonage. It's got to be more goonage in that, man. That's great stuff, though, honestly.
Great stuff.
That is great stuff. You deserve something. I hope you got an extra piece, a cake.
Right.
Hope you got
That deserves praise.
Yes.
Not necessarily of the goon variety.
That is correct, sir. That is correct. But shout out to you. Again, shout out to you. Matt Peck, sir. Who would be your goon?
Somewhat like Will, I'm going to go maybe a little bit dark horse candidate tonight.
Okay.
But it is for a very specific reason that made me laugh, and I loved it.
Okay.
I'm giving my goon to Javon Carter.
Oh, please expound.
Because the goonage of Javon on any given night is that boy gets the ball and he is chucking it.
He doing his thing.
Javon Carter had 5 assists tonight, while also going 5 of 7 from the field, including 2 of 3 from downtown.
Wow.
He got you your buckets, but I swear to God, he had 2 or 3 assists before he even thought about shooting, which is so unlike Javon. And I told you, his skin must be crawling right now because he is making good, smart passes to keep the ball moving that usually led to good looks. And clearly it led to Javon having 5 assists tonight. Wow. It was wildly so un-Javon Carter-esque that I feel like it needed to be recognized, acknowledged, and appreciated because for Javon Carter, 5 assists and passing that many times before shooting is goon shit.
You're right. It is. It's some goon shit. That's really good. That is really, really good. I got to give it to you on that. That's really good. Joey Spathis, who will be your goon of the night quickly, sir?
My goon of the night goes to Stacey King.
Okay.
Ooh.
How so?
Just in the fourth quarter alone, made me chuckle a couple times.
McCaffrey touchdown!
Touchdown!
Let's go! Sorry to interrupt, Joe.
No, that's a correct interruption.
That is correct interruption. And, winning is fun. Stacey King. That's it.
Wait, who did the touchdown? Was that Brock Purdy touchdown?
No, Christian McCaffrey.
I was about to say, that don't even look right. Yes.
But Big Dave.
Yes, sir, please.
I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Who is?
I didn't hear the question.
I said, who is the goon of the night?
There you are. All right. My man said, he said, who is?
Who
Hit
is?
The drum. Shout out Joey Spathis, ladies and gentlemen.
Shout out Alex Trebek.
That is my guy. Goon of the night. And it was a tough one. Very, very tough one. Goes to Dalen Terry.
Oh.
Dalen Terry gets goon of the night.
Goat got it right.
For the reasons that the GOAT said, he is absolutely right. Shooting at 3 and hitting absolutely nothing, to us talking about getting a Dalen Terry air ball counter for 3s, to him immediately coming back and not just hitting a step back 3, end of the quarter step back 3. All right. And like it was nothing. And it was all net. All right. I love that man's confidence. I love that he just does it and he doesn't think about it after it happens. It's like, fine, I missed it. Give me the ball again. I'm going to shoot it up again. There's a difference between his and Denzel Valentine's. Denzel Valentine feels he should have took those shots all the time, anytime. Fourth quarter, give me the ball. I'm taking 3s from anywhere. Dalen is taking it because it was available to him and it was within the rhythm of the game. There is a difference, ladies and gentlemen, and Dalen Terry understands that well. He wins goon of the night.
I dig it.
This is Dalen Terry's second win.
Ooh.
Third nomination.
Second win and third nomination.
Shout out, Joey.
We got to get Joey a job at the Oscars. Esteban M in the comments adding that Dalen also, had the failed alley-oop situation with Coby and picking him up afterwards in that very loving and friend-like, goof-off moment.
Mention that. Yep.
Which is nice when you can have those when you're up by 20 in the fourth quarter.
Hello.
Bulls have not really been having a whole lot of those kind of opportunities this season.
You got a base.
But it's great because you know that when those moments arise, and it's similar to what, Will said with Dalen goofing off after the game, when his teammates are talking to media, just being the class clown. Yeah. Dalen will always seize those opportunities.
It's true.
To be the good vibes class clown teammate.
Yes, and he plays his role incredibly well, man. Like, Dalen Terry is awesome.
And still is like, oh, did I just airball a 3 a few minutes ago?
No
worries.
Yep. Going up again, baby. And I'm going to play this defense, and I'm going to run the transition. Joey, let's see
Incredible.
who talked to us. Can we see our super chatter too?
Oh, let's knock out a super chat. We got a
Do
super chat?
you want to talk about our friends at Ray Chevet? Really
No,
quick?
you know what? Yeah, let's
Did
do
you
that.
wanna speak to Ray?
Let me give a shout out to our friends at Ray
A
Chevet.
quick shout out to Ray. Chevet.
and then we can come back and wrap up with some super chats.
Yes, sir.
Tonight's postgame CHGO Bulls brought to you by Ray Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
Ray.
Are you in the market for a new vehicle? If you are, we've got great news for you. Our partner, Ray Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Fox Lake, is starting their Ray Resolution with the Start Something New sales event.
All right.
You know what that means, Dave?
Please tell me.
You'll be able to shop incredible savings on every new vehicle in stock because they want to clear the lot to make room for brand new 2024 vehicles. For a limited time, get up to $9,000 off on new Jeep models with dealer discount. And that's not all. Shop their last call on remaining 2023 Dodge Challenger and Charger models, including Hellcats, Scat Packs, and more. Dodge is the most powerful muscle car brand, so you don't want to miss out on their last call with over 20 Dodge muscle cars to choose from. At Ray CDJR, you'll always be able to shop one of Chicagoland's largest inventories and drive home with more money in your pocket than you'd expect, thanks to that raised price promise. We all know what it is.
Yes.
Means the price you see online on their dealership website is the price you will pay when you go to the dealership. No hidden fees, no hidden feedy-dees, no. Price you see, price you pay, other than potentially them finding you more savings when you go to the dealership.
Yes.
Fans can get a free oil change, too, when you mention CHGO Bulls at the service center, or mention CHGO when you book online at raycdjr.com/service. That's raycdjr.com/service. But you have to schedule it before January 31st.
Yes.
For more information, visit Ray CDJR in Fox Lake or raycdjr.com. Serving the community since 1963.
All right, here we go. Some chats.
Some chats.
AK, who has a question about
AK?
the other AK.
AK.
What is your assessment of AK and Mark Eversley now? 3 years in, no superstars, shaky draft, putrid future draft collection, continuity, shot profile. Even the prior regime gave us Joakim, Dang, Heinrich, Rose, Kobe, Zach.
Yeah, but the prior regime had 15 years as well.
15 as opposed to 4, 3, 4. Yeah.
About that. Ask me that. I think you can ask me that after the season, or wait, what are we doing? Are you waving in the plane?
I'm waving in a 49ers interception.
Oh, that's game.
That should seal the game.
That should do it. And they shall go home. Suck it, Packers! We did not plan that.
Did not plan.
Suck it. Oh, I didn't want them to win at all. I'm sitting here thinking, like, I got to deal with seeing them another week and they might go to a Super Bowl? Get out my face. Ah! Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
God, it feels good.
Yes.
Oh.
Suck Jordan Love, the great.
Oh, that theory. Okay, we can
Tell him what your brother just said.
AK asked a good question. We'll come back to it. But the theory that I was talking to you guys about, we were hoping to just watch the Niners, who have been excellent all season, other than a little downer, demolish this Packers team that somehow found its way to the divisional round.
Yeah.
And what I said to y'all was, as long as the Niners win this game,
Yeah.
if they win it in dramatic fashion that raises Packers fans' hopes up even higher, the way that game looked at halftime, Packers holding a lead for most of the entire second half, and then the Niners come back and steal that game, even greater heartbreak for Packers fans.
Yes.
Which brings my heart immense joy.
I can't argue with
The
any
greater
of this.
the heartbreak, the more joy it brings me.
Yeah. Can't
It's
argue
called
with that.
Schadenfreude, folks.
Yeah.
And I eat it up
Yum, yum, yum,
when it
yum,
comes
yum.
to Packers fans and their misery.
Kobayashi. Oh, it's dope.
Let's go Lions. Let's win tomorrow, Lions.
D-Law says Detroit is still there. We don't have that hate for Detroit.
No.
I really don't.
No.
I don't have that hate for Detroit, man.
No, that's like hating and rooting against an unloved stepchild.
A 6-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but so AK's comment with Super Chat, we thank you, AK, about
Yes, thank you.
evaluating the real AK. Look, has he had some draft misses? Up to interpretation.
Yeah.
Obviously, Marko Simonovic, that's a miss. It's a second-round miss, but it's a miss.
Sure.
Some Bulls fans would not like to admit or concede that jury's still out on Patrick Williams. Even if Patrick Williams is a 3-and-D who's a really good D and doesn't blossom into much more than that in his career, maybe you say that, okay, you overdrafted him at 4, and maybe you call that a miss. Okay, if you want to call it that way. I'm certainly not defending it. Like, I cry myself to sleep at night wondering about Tyrese Halliburton, among many others in that draft class.
Wow.
Dalen Terry, for a minute, I thought that was a miss.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking a little bit less like that was a miss.
Yeah.
And the future draft capital that you mentioned in your super chat, AK, it's not as bad as it was a couple years ago. Like, we paid off Orlando. We still have to pay off San Antonio in 25. That's not great, but that's it. They also, no incoming draft capital if you're suggesting comparing the Bulls to other teams around the league right now. Certain teams that have a gazillion picks. You know why? Because those two are teams that were aggressively tanking.
Yeah.
Steering towards the bottom of the standings.
Hard.
And lots of draft picks.
Yeah.
That's not what the Bulls have been doing.
No.
I'm not defending that. I'm just saying that's not what they've been doing.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's AK's choice that that's not what they've been doing. I think AK took instructions upon taking this job to make the Bulls competitive. He spent draft capital to try to make them competitive. Has it worked out the way that AK probably hoped? No. No, it hasn't. But again, I think the biggest point is the one that you made, Dave. Damn near 20 years on the job. Year 3 going into year 4.
Yeah. I got to.
It's hard to make a concrete evaluation.
Yeah. I got to give it time. And then I saw Chocolate Saucy Ball say, well, they had Heinrich, Gordon, and Duhan. That was better than that. Again, those were all first-round picks.
Yeah.
Because the Bulls sucked ass. You know what I mean? Like, they were pure trash. That's the reason they were able to get so high up in those drafts. And Chris Duhan, please don't ever bring up Chris Duhan. Stop it. Don't do that.
Yeah.
But getting Ayo Dosunmu as a team that was already really good, but I shouldn't say really good, but already a team that was competitive or trying to be competitive, and getting a player like that to add to it in the second round is a find.
Colin in the comments saying Ayo was a killer pick.
Yes, that's incredible. That's a really great pick.
Incredible value.
Seriously.
With that draft pick.
Seriously. And then the contract you just re-signed him to, still more value that you got right there. So I can't take that away. The contract you just re-signed Coby White to, incredible value right there, man. That is some really great value you got from him. So that's a good thing as well. Julian Phillips, who Matt and I like, but that's Matt's guy, so I'm not going to step on the toes. But that could be another high value guy that you got again late in the second round.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, so finding those gems like that in the second round is a really big thing. Now, after this year, I think my critiques will become a little more harsher and harder because I like to give GMs a 5-year cushion before I'm like, okay, I know who you are, kind of thing. They literally
What's
had
your 5-year plan?
Correct, seriously. And they literally had you could tell they had a 4-year plan at least because that's why they were saying 3-year deals here for Vooch, 3-year deals here for DeMar. Here's a 4-year deal for Lonzo.
Yep.
Like, they had a plan, to try to build this through that kind of culture and then kind of build on top of that.
Yeah.
And it came tumbling down, obviously with the loss of Lonzo.
Right.
So it was about how they recovered and how they picked those pieces back up. So that's why I'm like, let me see how you feel, after you've run this back twice and you haven't gotten the results that we think that you should have. Or actually, you probably got the results you might think that you should get, from a team. Play in, we'll see how this season finishes out like that. But then after that, we'll see what moves you make, holding it together or moving on from there. So bottom line, I got to give him more time before I can be real
AK
critical.
followed it up with another super chat saying, look, I'm not defending prior regimes. I'm just saying I don't see a concrete plan of contender. Seems we are years away from contention. I don't disagree with you.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
I don't disagree with you at all. Also, shout out to John Mayer, Jawn, Jawn.
Okay,
not the John Mayer who makes crappy music. I just have no confidence in any transaction AK is going to make. Always losing by giving up more than he needs. If you want a silver lining on that lack of confidence and AK and his transactions, he barely makes any at all. So don't be afraid of something that's never going to happen.
Ooh, girls become lovers who turned into mothers.
Boys becoming men,
You know.
men becoming wolves.
So,
It's something that happens.
So mothers be good to your mothers. Too. That's what we're saying. Joey, next super chat, please.
You were singing John Mayer. I was singing Werewolf Bar
I know.
Mitzvah.
Same thing.
It's basically the same song.
man.
I want to know if the trade for somebody to add, because AK said that if they're good, they can go with us at the trade and go over the tax because he has Jerry's permission. So do you think that's a possibility for them to go after somebody at the deadline or no?
Well, he said if they go with the tax, if they're a team that's competing for a championship like that. So they're not that level of being a competitive team. So no.
Being in that play-in position where the Bulls currently find themselves is competing,
Right.
is contending.
Word.
It's certainly in the eyes of some people who run this organization, that's good enough. Yay,
Yes.
play-in tournament. It's not competing for a championship,
Right.
which is the clear carrot that has been dangled by ownership when it comes to the question of will you ever pay the luxury tax
Yeah.
ever again?
If we look
and
like
they
we
say,
trying to
of
win."
course we will, if we're championship contenders.
If we look like we're trying to win.
And I bash
you know
my
what I
head
mean?
against the table
Again. And yeah, if they look like they're trying to win and doing those things like that, then
But-
yes. But as of right now, absolutely not. Absolutely not, Eli. They're not going to do it.
No, especially considering they've made it most of the way through this season now. Not being, what do you think they're going to pay luxury tax for a half-season run?
Yeah, they're not doing that, bro.
But no, I just
They're not
don't see
doing
it.
Thank you for the super chat,
obviously,
Eli.
this summer, this upcoming offseason will be curious to see.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
if they do
Yes.
run it back a fourth time, hashtag continuity,
Ooh,
as
so
our guy Will the
interesting.
Goat has pointed out many times, and he's gotten his Bulls cap sheet spreadsheet out multiple times. Just by keeping this core together, they would then be triggered into going above that tax threshold next season.
Yeah.
So they got to do something.
You got to do something.
Something's got to give in that regard.
Something's got to give. All right, Joey. I thought it was one more.
Nope, I think we got him.
What was that? Oh, there was that AK.
I knocked out the AK follow-up
Yes,
one.
got you. All right.
That is all of them. Thank you for hanging out with us on a Saturday night, Bulls fans, especially while we also had the Packers to worry about, but
They lost.
ding dong, Green Bay is dead. Let us all bask in our collective joy and enjoy the rest of our weekend. Now we just get to
49ers
watch.
own them.
We just get to watch playoff football tomorrow, knowing the Packers season is dead, but not before getting the hopes of their fans up even higher.
Yes.
And God, I fucking love that.
Thank you, Colin. I love that. The only continuity I want is CHGO. Is CHGO. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Appreciate all of you. Thanks for the super chats. Thanks for hanging out. Don't forget to read our guy Will the Go Gottlieb, allchgo.com. Will_Gottlieb the handle. Follow our guy Mark K, MK Hoops. Joseph Spathis, our panel producer, is at Joey Spathis. Big day, bow, BWL Sports. I'm Bulls_Peck. We are CHGO_Bulls. One more shout out to my bro, big bro, hanging out. The other Dave in my life. Watching hoops. Rooting against the Packers with us tonight. Also brought us Portillo's.
He did.
which y'all know.
Y'all know.
The way to my heart.
Y'all know what I ordered.
He got his fish sandwich.
Yeah.
I got my beef and fries.
Oh, I'm happy.
It was all good.
It was.
Off tomorrow. Bulls back in action Sunday. 8 p.m. Central tip out in the desert against the Suns. We will see you for pregame at 7:30. Until then, see you. Be good.
Peace.